What started out as a Monday morning bike ride for Philip and Doug turned into quite an anecdote. The pair spotted a strange shape on top of a tall cactus, but it definitely wasn't a flower. A closer inspection revealed what it was, but how had it made its way up there? And why? The U.S. state of Arizona has a rich history and wonderful sights for tourists and locals alike. Not only is it home to the Grand Canyon, but it also features a varied landscape that includes valleys, mountains, forests, and plateaus. But perhaps the feature that Arizona is most renowned for is its desert terrain. Despite what many people think, although deserts are incredibly hot in the daytime, their temperature drops significantly at night. And when combined with a lack of available water, deserts are unforgiving places. However, as with most places on Earth, life still finds a way to adapt to such harsh conditions. For example, the Arizona bark scorpion takes cover under wood or rocks during the daytime. In addition, its body has a waxy surface to maintain its bodily fluids. It's not just animals that are adaptable either. The state's plant life has proven just as tenacious. Deserts are famous for their cacti, which usually have impressive roots capable of drawing water from deep underground. Arizona is no exception, and it's home to an iconic type of cactus. Saguaro cacti are the atypical cactus species most often associated with the Wild West. In fact, their flower, the saguaro blossom, is Arizona's official wildflower. Nor is it just the saguaro's roots that reach an impressive size. The cacti themselves can grow to huge proportions. People have recorded saguaro specimens that reach heights of 4 to 5 feet and live for 150 years or more. The Verrado Lost Creek Trail in the Buckeye region of Arizona is one of the saguaro's natural habitats, and it's also the location where two cyclists had an interesting encounter. The bikers in question, Doug Carter and Philip Hawk, cycled along the trail one Monday morning in June 2018. At roughly 8 a.m., the traveler spotted a tall saguaro cactus out in the desert. But it wasn't the cactus itself that caught their eye. Instead, an odd shape on the very top of the saguaro drew their attention. From a distance, it was probably hard to tell what the object was, so the pair approached to take a closer look, and they couldn't believe what they saw. The shape standing on top of the cactus turned out to be a cat, apparently oblivious to the plant's needles. It wasn't any ordinary domestic cat, though. The animal was a wild species called Lynx rufus, more commonly known as a bobcat. Bobcats can be found throughout most of the U.S. mainland and southern Canada, so called for their stumpy tails. The species features 12 different subdivisions, and they can survive in a wide variety of habitats from swamps to deserts. Bobcats generally prey on whatever they can get their claws on, which varies according to their environment. Their diet typically consists of small animals, including rabbits, rodents, and poultry. However, they've also been observed bringing down targets as large as deer. Most cats are ambush predators, and bobcats are no different. They rely on stealth to creep near to their prey, and then pounce when it's in reach. Once a victim is in the bobcat's paws, they use their sharp claws to prevent it to escape. When a bobcat can't find prey, it can last for long periods on an empty stomach. It simply stocks up on larger game when the opportunity presents itself. And considering that semi-arid climates are one of the animal's habitats, it isn't surprising that the cyclists all went on the Verrado Lost Creek Trail. Carter and Hawk described the bobcat as looking hungry and thirsty. With that in mind, they approached to see if they could help. The cyclists were aware of a golf course nearby and hoped to direct the famished animal there to find water. That plan proved fruitless, however, and the bobcat instead clambered down the cactus and fled. The cyclist consequently contacted animal control to make them aware of the cat. But why was it on top of the saguaro in the first place? Bobcats are excellent climbers, which is a skill they employed to escape other predators. So it's possible that the cyclist came across a cat hiding from a hungry mountain lion. You'd think a cactus would be its last choice of refuge, but bobcats have an advantage over many other climbers. To be more specific, they have paw pads, reminiscent of those seen in domestic cats, but for thicker. They allow bobcats to scale saguaro without worrying too much about cactus needle, and the sight of a bobcat atop of tall saguaro isn't quite as rare as you might think. The Big Cat Rescue website reported that a bobcat had been sighted atop of a massive saguaro in August 2011 after fleeing from a mountain lion. It remained on the cactus for a whole 6 hours, and a woman named Renee Baer documented another sight. In October 2017, a spokesperson from the Arizona Game and Fish Department, a GFD, spoke to AsFamily.com about the sightings. They said that bobcats are really well adapted to the desert and they climb cacti all the time, and they also recommended that people don't approach seemingly stranded bobcats. Give them a lot of space to come down on their own, a GFD spokesperson advised. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.